Welcome to Dadventure. This is an instructional video on how we built the mini quadcopter powered airplane. This is crazy. You're not going to believe what this thing does. In the links in the video description, you'll find a place where you can download this template. It's just 2 pages and it tells you where to cut it and where to fold it. The only supplies you need are those 2 pages. Regular Scotch tape, your little quadcopter. There's a link to that too, the specific one we used that I know will work. A pair of scissors, and we actually ended up using these little straws. It's basically a coffee stir straw, just a little bit longer than normal. So let's get started. First I want to build the wings. So you can kind of see here where it's indicating a solid line for a place where you want to cut it, and a dotted line where you'll want to fold it. This is the tail. We're going to fold it a couple of times, okay? And then there's a center line dot where that should be easy to find even just by sort of folding it so that the tips touch each other and put a little crease. So now we have our tail. I'm going to set that aside. Now for the wing. The wing has 2 dotted lines where you want to crease it right next to each other. So go ahead and crease it on the one. There we go. Now I'm going to fold it again on the second line. With that second crease there, it creates a little bump. And then here in a little while, we're going to actually place this straw down inside there, and it's going to give a lot of stability to the wing. Alright, so our wing is actually almost ready. I just got to tape it. Can I hold this here? I want to place this inside here, centered. There's going to be a little bit of a overhang on each side, and that's okay. That's planned and okay. Getting that as flat as you possibly can. We're going to tape. Ooh, gotta be a better way to store tape. Yeah, that's what beards are for. Got a little bunching there. It's really not ideal, but it's pretty forgiving. It'll be okay, but you more or less want it just really flat, okay? All right, moving on to the fuselage. This is the body of the plane, and basically you're gonna just fold it all on top of itself. You just start where it says start folding on this crease, and you'll line up the top of the paper with the dotted line. So as soon as you get this done, you're going to undo it all, and you're going to reconfigure it so that it actually creates a triangle. I don't know if you can see that here. I'm basically taking what I folded and then allowing it to come back together as a triangle shape. Now that triangle shape is going to be pretty sturdy and give us a lot of stability for our plane. Now I'm sure I could use less tape, but I like a continuous seal. Make sure it's all lined up well. Ooh, that's not cool. Hold on, back up. Redo. Thankfully Scotch tape is fairly forgiving. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, try again. Now, printed underneath this, it says the wing goes here and the tail goes here. For the tail, you're gonna put it about like this, right at the very end. There's a folded edge, and it goes forward. This tail is going to provide a lot of stability for our airplane. If you got some excess tape, just snip it and fold it around. Don't really want it sticking out anywhere. And that should be good. Alright, got your tail on there. Now, wing. You're going to want it about 1.25 inches back from the front. That's really important. I've got a little marking there where the center of the wing is. That'll help you align right along the middle of the fuselage. That's center, I believe. That's good. Take the front. Tape the front, tape the sides. You don't want a ton of tape, because anything that adds weight is gonna cost you. But you also don't want to fall apart. So go ahead and let your conscience be your guide. Well, that's pretty solid. That's not going anywhere. Okay. Now, if you remember, this little piece of straw is down inside there, and you want it symmetrical on either side. You want it centered, and then what I've done is kind of folded up the tips so it's not going anywhere. Go ahead and crease that and then kind of return it back to its original shape. You want it to be symmetrical. Symmetry, especially in airplanes, is super important. Great. Now, one of the things that's going to lend this a lot of stability is something called dihedral, which is basically making it so that if the airplane is rocking a little bit to the right too much, it'll bank back to the left. And vice versa, which basically just makes it more stable. So I'm gonna actually try to encourage dihedral in here by putting tape on one side of the wing and pulling it so that it's taut, kind of like a bow would be taut, and then taping it. And I don't know if you can see that, but it definitely put a little bit of a bow in the wing. Just good. That's what we wanted. All right, looks great. Now all you gotta do is attach your little multi-copter. Now I put the switch. When I turn this on, it's got blue lights for forward, red lights for backward. And I want it to be such that when I make it go forward, it's down, and when I pull back, it's up. When I go right, it's right, and left is left. Now this is square, this is triangular. But if you kind of wiggle it around, you can get it to sit down inside there really snugly. But basically you want to take this guy on the top without snagging anything. Make sure it's straight up and down with the airplane, and then attach it. Now you should be able to kind of push through the, see, I can push through the tape and turn it on and off, which is good. And then do the same thing to the other side, secure it to the plane. Boom, beautiful. The last thing you'll need to do is calibrate this. So normally it wants to be up like this. My little controller is talking to it, telling it to go up or down. But what I'm going to do is actually convince it that this is up and down. Basically, you want it to be in the position that's the ideal flying upward position. And usually these controllers will give you a chance to what's called calibrating the gyroscope. It's the internal system. So mine does it if I push it to the right and down at the same time. You see this little blinking, and now it's calibrated. So now it thinks that this is the direction it wants to fly. So you can kind of hear the different change in pitch as it angled up and down. And then right, left, up, down. You can kind of see how that would allow us to steer right and left. Now, I just need to add a little propeller, take it outside, chunk it, give it some power, and voila, we can fly.
Ready? Woo, look at it go! That's so wild.
Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm really glad to put this template there for your use for free. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and let me know when you build one of these so that I can maybe watch it. Maybe you can even upload your own YouTube video of this flying. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next adventure, and hopefully we'll be able to make more build videos like this.
All right, go, Jenna, go. Woo, yeah. Go get it, go get it. That's amazing. It's still going. Oh, it crashed. Awesome. Look at it go. That's so wild. Still going.